People both here and back in the U.S. keep asking me the same question. What's the most difficult adjustment you've had to make since moving to Germany? My answer is always pretty simple. It's been getting used to the darkness. People here understand exactly what I mean. In fact, they tell me that this is the most difficult time of the year to move to Germany. The weather is mostly cool and cloudy, and on many, many days there's an on-again, off-again drizzle. In addition, the days are very short right now and the nights are very long. The sun is barely up at 8 in the morning and it's well on its way to setting at 4 in the afternoon. After living all those years in Texas, where you have sunshine and blue skies almost every day, this has been hard to get used to. But I'm told this is simply the way things are in Frankfurt in November and December. The other day, while sharing this with one of the members at their home, they shared with me something very interesting about Germany. They said, that's why candles are so important in Germany. You'll notice, Pastor, that when we sat down to share cookies and tea, that we also lit a candle. We always do this. In this dark time of the year, the light of a candle cheers the spirit. It brings us warmth and comfort. Light, after all, is a symbol of life. Wow, I thought, what a great custom. To light a candle on your table in the dead of winter and be reminded that the darkness will not last forever. The light and new life of spring will return. Isn't that what we're getting ready to celebrate on the 24th and 25th of December? Isn't that exactly what God has done for us? Only He has lit more than a candle. Listen to the scriptures. Some 600 years before our Savior's birth, Isaiah wrote of that event, the people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned. John writes of Christ in the first chapter of his gospel, in Him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not understood it. A couple of verses later, John would call Jesus the true light that gives light to every man. We live in a world made dark by our sin, by depression, by hurtful words and deeds, by the grief of death and more. This time of the year, when so many are told and expected to be merry, the darkness is made even deeper. After all, we cannot simply dispel the darkness because someone commands us be merry. That's why God had to do what He did. That's why He lit His eternal candle, really more than a candle, in that manger. In the darkness this week, He invites us to gather in Bethlehem, to gather at that manger, to meet again His Son Jesus, who is the light of the world, the light that brings us forgiveness, life, and hope, the light that death tried to snuff out on the cross, the light the darkness could not, indeed will not ever put out. As we were sitting there at that table learning about candles in Germany, Stephen added his own bit of information. He said, yes, where I stayed in Germany, Pastor Anwant and his family were always lighting a candle at night. And whenever we moved to a different part of the house, they took the candle with us. Let's do that too. God has given us His light in that manger in Bethlehem. Wherever we go in life, wherever we go each day, let's take His light with us so that others may know the hope, the joy, the peace of God's light given us in Jesus Christ. May you all have a Merry Christmas.